Big news. The scooter behind me, which is the Bogist Microgo, we're going to be giving away. So I have sorted it out. It's ready to go. Hi guys, welcome to SuperMed. Today we're going to be looking at a new scooter from a company called Bogist. It's 350 watts, it's small, it's cheap, it's under £300. This thing is an absolute bargain, and I can see why people are starting to talk about it and like it, because there's not many other scooters except for the Xiaomi scooter, and that's got a few flaws. I had one, it's what got me into scooting in the first place. So let's take a look at it, enjoy the video. Okay, so you can see it here. So this is the Microgo from Bogist. So it's brand new, it's never been ridden. As you can see, the tyres are squeaky clean. It's got a good headlight on the front of it, single back brake. It's got a bell, comes with, this is your regen button, so when you let off the throttle it doesn't actually start to regen of its own accord. You can press this and it acts like a brake if you like, but quite nice, fairly nice display. It's got Bluetooth built in, but actually the Bluetooth doesn't appear to be working. It does show up on here if you can see that. So it comes up with nice bar meter for your battery. You've got different settings. Sport, it's in at the moment. Your miles per hour, which I think works, looking at it. And then you've got a Bluetooth thing here. In the manual, it is actually crossed out on Bluetooth, and I couldn't seem to connect up to the app, so I have tried that. This is your throttle over here, so you obviously kick start, press your throttle, and away you go. It's got a 350 watt motor. Battery is contained in the bottom here, and you can see these rather cool blue light strip down the side. It's actually fairly nicely constructed. I mean, it feels quite solid. I like this mechanism. So it's got a pin that drops down, and it drops into a carrier just like this on each side, and then you press that down, it folds down, and it actually physically locks into place again with this clasp. That's a really nice feature which you don't find on many of these scooters, because Xiaomi is reliant on it holding on a clip on the back, but this one is all taken care of on this sort of neck section, and I think that's a big benefit. It feels good, it feels sturdy, and you then can lift it up without the bar wobbling around. So the bar is fixed, not too heavy to carry, I mean, I whipped it out of a box a few minutes ago and no issues whatsoever. Back brake, it's got a disc, so it's just a single disc, and then regen on the front. You can see it's got the plastic label still left on it because it is literally out of a box. Brake light over here. Now this brake light doesn't actually work. If I show you, if I press, that is your back lever. It doesn't work on that back lever, but if I press the regen, it flashes. It's kind of odd. And to get the light on the headlight, let's see, there we go, light on, and it lights up at the back. And if I turn the light off again, you'll see it turn off in a second. There you go, like so. But it's quite a nice machine. I like that it's got mud guard. This is actually very, very solid. You can see I'm really, really pressing this, and it's not moving around at all. It's good thick plastic, and it's got these metal carriers around the edges. Tyres look okay. I mean, then they are, you can't pump them up. They're solid tyres. They're not going to be brilliant, but what do you expect for £300? That's the thing. I think it's really rather good. So we're not going to be riding this today. It literally is a show around. I did have a couple of problems with it, I have to say, which I'm going to tell you about because others may find this, and I've obviously found solutions. So when this unit bolts into this carrier, it should drop into effectively a section like this, but it didn't. So you can see here where it's slightly silver. I actually took a Dremel to it and I carved these out slightly, and now it fits perfectly and it is far safer. I also placed these grommets in a little bit better, and I've sealed inside here, so it's a bit more waterproof. Another problem I had was when I was screwing, these grips actually screw in place, so you twist these onto these bars, which is quite a nice feature. This one didn't screw in at all, so I had to really go for it, and you can see it's got a couple of scuff marks on it, but now it is screwed in, so that's much better. So I hope you like this. It's 350 watts. Looks like a great little machine to me, and the headlight, I've got to say, is pretty good. You can see the headlight down there. It's pretty bright. Nothing wrong with that. And It's even got a bell. For £300, I don't believe you can go wrong. So this is the Bogist Microgo. I'm going to put links down in the description. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. I mean, for the money, you cannot go wrong with this. You really can't. It's a good starter scooter. It will whip along and really no issues. Now, let me just tell you a couple of stats on this little beauty. So it's got a 350 watt motor, which is just down there at the front. Quite nicely put in. You've got all the cables, protectors, and it just neatens it up. Looks quite nice, decent. It's got a 36 volt, 7.5 amp hour battery. Charge time they're saying is 4 to 6 hours, which isn't too bad. It's pretty standard for this kind of thing. And its display is LED, as you can see just here. Hopefully you can see that. It's got its headlight switched on. So it's got an aluminium alloy frame, and then it's got ABS plastic covers, which are basically covering over everything. And PC, don't know what PC is. Tyres are solid rubber, so they're not pneumatic. You can't pump them up, which is good because you're not going to get punctures, but makes it a little bit slippy in wet weather. Max slope, it's saying it will go up is 15 degrees, which is, you know, that's okay. So beginner mode, so you've got 3 riding modes. Beginner mode, 9.3 miles per hour. Normal mode, 13.6 miles per hour. And sports mode, this is where you're going to get a bit of a lick on, is 18.6 miles an hour. Now, this is taken obviously in sensible temperatures, so at normal ambient temperatures and without a serious incline slope. So this is on flat ground, and yeah, pretty good. Voltage 36 volts. So they're saying load range is, this is the weight of the rider, 55 to 220 pounds. So I weigh about 72 kilos. So that's, I think, off the top of my head, is about 80-ish kilos, I believe. I may be slightly wrong. Now they're saying age, this is really funny, 16 to 50. I don't know why, if you're 50 years old and you're fighting fit, you can't have one of these. And I have to say, sadly, I'm going to be 47 in a few days' time, so I'm nearly 50. So, Bogist, you're going to have to make a scooter for 50 upwards, okay? Because I don't feel 50, okay? So, sort it out. And dimensions. So the deck is 46.5 by 19.7, and then the height is 46 high, 19.7 wide, 43.7 inches in length. And then after folding, it obviously changes, so it's 44.1 by 13 by 16.7 inches. So it's not bad. I mean, it's fairly long, but it doesn't feel anything sort of too untoward. I mean, it feels solid, feels good. Deck is wide enough. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I've got sort of fairly chunky shoes on today, and I have no issue with standing on this at all. So, steering feels nice, and it's got a stop, so you can't take it any further than that. Mechanism's great. It's nice to have a built-in stand, and actually this stand, you can see if I let it go, it doesn't pitch over, it doesn't fall over. I mean, I gotta say, you know, even on my Zero, my stand was useless. It was at the back, and it would just pitch over if it was on any kind of incline. I mean, this could, you can see, this could have quite an incline before it actually wants to pitch. I'm quite impressed with it. Big news. The scooter behind me, which is the Bogist Microgo, we're going to be giving away. So I have sorted it out. It's ready to go. All you've got to do is click on the channel. You've got to subscribe. You've got to click like on the video, and then you've got to give a comment of why you think you should get that scooter. What are you going to use it for? Is it going to help your life somehow? So please let me know. And then we're going to get the other one out, which is the bigger Pro version. And I'm going to do a draw on that one as well. I've got no more room for scooters, bicycles, anything like that. So if you want to win this scooter, you need to subscribe and you need to click on the video. If you want to win the next one, you've got to watch the video. You've got to see it being ridden, got to see everything about it, and the unboxing. Click on the video, like it, and subscribe as well. So, enter the draw, guys, and it'd be great to give it away to you. Now, there is one caveat on this. These things are heavy. I don't want to post this miles and miles. I live in London, so I have no issue if you are somewhere in the UK and you want to come and collect it. It is a £300 scooter. The other scooter I'm going to give away is even more expensive. That's, I believe, about £500. So get clicking, get sending it to your friends, your mates, tell anybody that you need to tell, and you can enter in for these two scooters. So you will have to collect them. It is in London. It's not bad drive, and I am accessible by train and by tube. So I have no issue popping it in the back of my car as long as it will fit, which I think this one will and the other one would, and I can bring it a certain distance. So if you're within a 10-mile radius of Bromley, then you can have it and I'll bring it to you. So take care, guys, ride safe, subscribe, click that like button and win this scooter. Take care, bye.